Yo, what's happening, ShoeBox Podcast family? And you already know who it is. It's your host with the mostest, Bank. And we're here for another episode with the ShoeBox Podcast. And you already know it wouldn't be the ShoeBox Podcast if I didn't have my co-host up on the screen with me. And we got Buck on the screen now. What's happening with you, Buck?
Getting it in, my man. How you doing?
It's just another day in the life, man. I can't complain too much. We finally got to it after not getting to it.
No days off.
So we got a special episode for y'all today. It's gonna be a little basketball heavy because right now it's going down in the association right now. So and then we gonna, the Colts had a bye week, so we can't really talk too much about them. But then we're gonna speak on some of the other games. Today is Thursday while we're doing the pie. So we got Buffalo and the Texans going on right now. My co-host Buck right now is watching the game live, keeping a live update for y'all. So any plays that happen that go
Negative. I am not keeping anything live, man. We have
not keeping
network
anything.
issues. Network.
Oh no, network issues. Damn. Okay, so we gotta take that back. We having a little bit of problems, but hopefully we get
I
that
will have
together.
the Atlanta Hawks and Spurs, though. Wow.
Atlanta Hawks and Spurs. Okay, cool. So speaking of the association, let's go ahead and get into some NBA news, right, y'all? So y'all already know. Favorite player in the NBA for me is the king, LeBron James, and he made his return against the Jazz. And what we can say is it was a okay return, right? Let's show some highlights of the game. The third quarter was mostly where everything started to kick off for real, right? They was down pretty much the whole game, but this is when they started to turn up. You got Luca here, lob, easy buckets.
Yeah, man, in that double team. That man had a triple team at one point. They triple teamed him.
I like the Jazz offense this game. They moved the ball.
That's,
Keontae George, I think is his name. He went off
Jazz,
strong, grown man move, layup.
they're gonna be sneaky good. They're gonna come up like how Detroit did. They're gonna be sneaky good.
Who?
Jazz. They can end up coming up like how Detroit did. Not saying they'll be number one, but
They got a lot of work to do before that's a
Detroit
situation.
one of the worst teams almost 2 years ago, two or 3 years ago. It
Yeah,
was
we definitely gonna get to them. But you had LeBron coming back. He had a double double. He had 10 and 11. Luca went off this game as well. They end up winning this game 140 to 126.
hey,
Luca had 37 and 10.
yeah, that's not. You know, I
Reeves had 26 and 5.
think LeBron had his double doubles insistent points. So
Correct. It was
high,
11 and 12,
high,
excuse me, 11 points, 12 rebounds. 12 assists.
high IQ. Yeah, them
And the
boys.
third quarter is really when they took this over. Really. As boom, Luca. But he gets Jackson Hayes has definitely stepped up this year, making big plays.
Yes, I question their defense. They're 23rd in defense. So that tells me right there, you can't win or go on a deep playoff run at 23rd. At 23rd defense, you got to have a top 10 defense. If you're going to win the ring, you have to have a top 10 defense to even make a deep run in the NBA.
Yeah,
So,
they need a couple players, and they might trade for a couple people. You never know
Deion Ellis.
what happens.
Deion Ellis, I'm telling you, that's a good pickup for the Lakers. Young, he can shoot that clip. He can shoot that three. He got a long clip. Uh, Plays defense, both sides of the ball. He'll fit in seamlessly, and he's not even gonna cost him that much.
And then LeBron making his first appearance of the season. He's been out with sciatica nerve in his back. He is now the all-time leader in seasons, games, points, three-pointers made, assists, minutes, wins, field goals made, free throws made, and steals. Being in his 23rd season.
He passed Reggie Miller to be 6 of 3 points.
And speaking of Luka Doncic, he's been going crazy. Like I said, he had 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists for a double double. They're looking like Luka's looking like everything that the Lakers wish for. And Luka is actually leading the league with 34.4 points a game over Giannis, SGA, Tyrese Maxey, and Laurie Marketing
Yeah,
through
up
4 weeks. What you think about the
MVP.
MVP? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Already?
I mean, if he was to do it right now, he's definitely gonna get. He might have a scoring title this year.
Yeah,
Depends on.
he's scoring with ease. He looks in shape. Well,
Yeah,
he obviously in shape.
I say it depends on how him and the LeBron James, how good the chemistry gets. It might take a slump. It might not. Because right now, I feel like LeBron needs to play third wheel for a minute just to get acclimated back in the game. I don't think he needs to do too much. And then when the time comes, he can come, put his cape on. But yeah, bro, I don't. Mm.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he's older, so I mean, you can't
Yeah, I'm
expect
not
him to do too much. So
41, bro. I'm not. It's over at this point. Like, I ain't expecting you to do too
yeah,
after what you did this last season. But if you can
they
still
gotta.
got a triple team, man. The Utah Jazz triple team this man at 41. You got triple
You
team.
got to.
But
You got to.
if you triple team him, he's a good passer. So why send three? Send the double.
You gotta watch out.
Yeah, send the
He's
double
he's older, but he's still smart.
and shade it. But who am I?
Then we're gonna get over to another game that was over in the association. You got the Warriors and the Magic. Let's go ahead and get them up on the screen right quick. Oops, that's technical difficulties everywhere around here today.
Yeah, man.
All right, here we go. Surprising Magic win. How you been feeling about the Warriors this season? They haven't been looking like what we expected.
I already knew when they had all them old niggas on their team, it was over. It wasn't even the fact that they what they used to be or what they can do. It's just the fact that you can't win, and everybody's 35 plus on this team. Then you got the inconsistency of the bench or just the lineups in general. And then I always been questioning Steve Kerr at this point. Like it might be time for a new coach because I don't think he can really figure this out. It's really not hard, but I don't think he can really figure this out. And the reason is he's been dealing with this beforehand multiple times in multiple seasons. Remember, just before they had won that championship, he was having issues putting that team together, lining them up, who comes in without when they had Jordan Poole. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's another reason why I'm happy that they replaced him on the USA team with Eric Spoelstra, which is going to be phenomenal. He's going to be a good coach. He's a real good coach. So I feel like sometimes Steve Kerr he just lacks in a certain place where a coach wouldn't lack at.
I mean,
Like,
I think Curry's doing a good job. I just think they're about to be on a rebuild. Curry's got probably 2 or 3 more years in him, and then Draymond's probably got one. You got to think about Jimmy Butler probably ain't gonna be here, so they about to go back to the old Warriors where they stunk once Curry's gone. I
I'm
mean, shit,
sorry,
Clay ain't even looking like Clay at this point.
I don't think Jimmy goes anywhere. I think Jimmy might stay. Now, the 1 year on Draymond, I do believe that. I believe Draymond would have been gone before anybody. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see Clay back on that team. Clay would go somewhere where he can benefit from, but I don't know what team that would be right now for them.
Man, I mean neither. And the team that it is pretty much a surprise that not that I said that was a pretty good team that could be a sleeper. I think you too. But you got the Pistons and the Hawks. The Pistons are currently on a 10-game win streak. And the Pistons beat the Hawks here 120 to 112. What you
Yeah,
thinking about the Pistons?
I love it. I love it. They keep it old school, and most of their points is in the paint. Duran, he is man. Hey, I love some 30, 15 off a 90% field goal. I don't think ever been done. But
Indeed, yep.
So I mean, just he's a big body, strong. Cade Cunningham, man, I can't. I he's like the second coming of minus the athleticism. It was a Grant Hill, and yeah, he give me Grant Hill vibes on offense. Like his offensive,
Okay.
I like it. Uh, he's gonna be a household name pretty soon. He's coming out with his new shoe. He just got his first signature shoe with Nike. So shout outs to him. Shout outs Detroit. I feel like basketball's back in Detroit and it's gonna give it life again, man. They got some nice young pieces. I think they go out and get large marketing just as establish themselves in the Eastern Conference, especially being number one as of right now. But for sure,
Yeah, Jalen Duran was a 30 points, 15 rebounds on 90% field goal in a regular season game. That
yeah,
was his stat, the first player to do that. And they're like you look on the screen, 13-2. Definitely a surprise. I think they'll probably fall off just slightly. They'll probably definitely be between definitely top five.
I want to say.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But I want to say too, they got a good coach, real good coach, bigger staff,
yeah.
real good coach. So yeah, they're good. They're gonna be good.
And Cade had 25, 6, and 10 this game. So, Cade coming on finally. Another game happened last night. Devin Booker scored 19.6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals against the Portland Trail Blazers to go 9-6. They're doing a little bit slightly better than we all expected after that big blow up, which really they look like they pretty much saved themselves. Bradley Beal out for the season. Maybe his whole career is in jeopardy. And then KD's KD, but
I think they're guarding those pieces up. I think they just gonna make it look good to offer to somebody to land a star to pair with Booker. But who that star might be, I have no idea. I don't know what.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue
But
either.
Phoenix is it's an odd one. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing in Phoenix.
Me neither. Then another game happened the other night was the Celtics pick up their eighth win and beat the which once was the 1-12 Brooklyn Nets. They are now 2-12 or 2-11 rather. Jalen Brown's had 29 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Celtics are trying to get back to 500 to stay relevant for the most part.
Yeah, the Celtics, man. It's just it's hard to watch, man. They was here and now they here. So
I mean, missing their best player. That's what happens when you lose your
and
best player.
they blew partial of the team up. Man.
Yeah, Spurs go out and get their 10th win of the season and beat the Grizzlies. De'Aaron Fox is back creating havoc. He scored 26 points with 3 assists. They're looking like they're going to be a real dominant team with him coming back into the fold as well.
Yeah, yeah. De'Aaron Fox, he's a great point guard. One of the fastest point guards. He fits right into that system. So expect him to take over while Victor's out for a minute with that calf injury. Shit. And by being a calf injury, it's gonna be a couple weeks. So that's serious. You know,
Yeah.
especially with somebody his talent, but also his size. Pause, because he he's 7'4", 7'5". You never seen nobody play basketball at that height. So he's gonna endure such things and point issues over time. So hopefully I hope he just stays healthy because he's a hell of a talent.
Yeah, health is wealth, and you got to
But
proper maintenance and take care of yourself.
you got Vassell, you got Castle, they dogs. Johnson, he a dog. Shit, you
Yeah.
can. Hey, Spurs got some boys. They got some dogs on that team, boy. It's gonna be nice, and then they're gonna be drafting real good too. So,
Yeah,
oh,
you got enough players to where it's um you don't fall off too bad.
mm-mm. I also wanted to touch on something. This is probably off the topic of the Sacramento Kings. I mean, not Sacramento, but the Spurs.
Hmm.
We was talking about the Lakers. If anybody knows this, if you're a real Laker fan, Lakers just fired Jerry Buss. Well, two of the Jerry
The
Buss
brothers, uh-huh.
and the scouts out of their front office. So, like I told you before, me and you had our own talks, but Walters
Yeah.
he's about to start making things happen, and they're gonna be very watch the culture change and the scene change for the LA Lakers here very soon. Just be on the
Yeah,
look.
they got the new owner. He coming in. He about to do things his way and put LA back on top. They finna have a parade. Yeah.
Right.
And so the games rather of the week
Mm-hmm.
go or the players of the week rather or Jokic and Jalen Johnson, both their teams. Jokic went 3-0. Jalen Johnson's team went 4-0 for the week. Jokic is averaging in this week 40 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Jalen Johnson is averaging 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. So Jokic is going on another crazy run. I mean, he's doing things like it's easy. I don't get it, but
Too easy. I think I think his main thing is too. He's starting to move a little different, and I ain't noticed he got more pep in his step. I don't know,
yeah,
locking more of his game, and I'm like, I went just when you think he had it all, he just starts doing more. But yeah, man, Joker gonna be the Joker, man. It's ain't nobody stopping that. I like to see the emergence of Jalen Johnson off the Atlanta. It seemed like they whole teams were nothing but two-way wing
yeah,
wing.
draft picks and
You know,
things like that.
they all wings. Like everybody's like 6'6" at the point and taller, all the way down to the.
Hmm.
So that's what makes them scary, and they can run and they're athletic. So got game, but yeah, Joker's definitely. I like what they doing with Joker. I like Joker definitely moving different, man. If you check him out, man, he got a. It's like he's enjoying it more, or I don't know what it is, but he's been getting it in.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. He's coming different this season. I mean, and even when we look at this year's standing, right? Let's get the right. So this is what the West is currently looking like, right? We got the Thunder number one, 15-1. This is as of this morning. Nuggets are 11-3. Rockets are 10-3. Lakers are 11-4, and the Spurs round out your top five at 10-4. So, do any of these teams that either stink or are good surprise you?
I would say the most. We got Pelicans. That's always one. The Clippers are the most disappointing. Even though I always say they're cursed, they've been cursed since I've been a kid, since I've been alive. Uh, bro, they should really with that roster before all the injuries, you would think they would be at least
Nah, that roster was
top seven.
trash when we saw it. If it was in their prime, for sure, but the players for who they are today and when the season started, no.
I know we had guys that you said they was gonna be better than that. Huh.
Yeah, I expected them to be better than what they're doing, but at the same time, nobody on their team can stay healthy. I mean, Bradley Beal is out for the season. Kawhi's out because he just wants to be. The only person on that team that's really doing their job is James Harden, and if I was him, I'd ask for a trade out of there. You
Yeah,
ask for out of Brooklyn, ask for out of Clippers,
yeah,
and go
that top
somewhere.
three in the West is tough. Then you got the Lakers and Spurs right there, like, and
It's gonna be a tough year.
then if when Victor comes back, that probably pushes him up. Probably, I say that he'll push him probably like three. I know I don't want to. Let me see who else they got.
Warriors, Suns, Timberwolves, they're gonna be fighting. That 9 and 10 spot is just gonna be the garbage teams.
Yeah, the nine
They're
and ten.
gonna get in the play in and they're gonna lose in the second round of the play in to whoever the 8 seed
Ugly
is.
though. It's ugly though because the Warriors are eighth, and we're not even halfway through the season. So what do you do about that? Now they got to. And honestly, now I know I keep bringing his name up. If Detroit don't jump on it, I can see. I can see the Warriors going for Laurie marketing. or some sort. They need something.
I don't know. I mean, they need something. I think maybe they trade Kaminga for that something. But if I'm looking at this list, I say I probably expect the Suns to be the team to fall, and I push the Warriors up to 7. Like I wouldn't be surprised that if what we're looking at.
That's that playing tournament. You Warriors, you can't. We can't sit here and play with Steph Curry. We can't be sitting here playing.
I mean, even if it was the playing tournament today, they play the Suns. I would pick the Warriors over the Suns. They beat the 7th seed. So yeah, they had to play one extra game, but
As a GM and Mike Dunleavy Jr., you're sitting there and you're saying, if you tell me this roster can only get me to the 7 or 8 seed, and
mhm.
I'm looking at a play-in with a 37-year-old Steph Curry, a 36-year-old Draymond Green, probably but Jimmy's probably 36, 37. Al,
Around there, yeah.
Al Horford 38. Uh,
hmm
you
I
know,
forgot about Al Horford. Yeah.
see how I'm going with this? And,
I mean, yeah, this is a lot of niggas' last hurrah. We not expecting Draymond Green to. I mean, if he does come back next season is definitely his last year.
if
Curry probably got another 2 or 3.
Draymond Green comes back and if he plays for a different team, the best team I can see him with
He
right.
ain't playing for no different team.
No. You never know. I
Nah.
hey, a couple years ago we all thought Clay would never play for another team, but
But Clay can still play. Draymond Green is not going to want to play. That's the only difference.
Draymond Green, he gonna resign for a nice deal, and he gonna go home to Michigan. And he gonna play for Detroit, and he gonna be the veteran that helps them push them into a deep contention in the East as being a defender, rebounder, and point forward from time to time. Tell me that if you plug that guy in with that wisdom, that knowledge in that locker room, that can lead, that can help and lead bravado of just, veteran presence, championship, proven, what I'm saying, Hall of Famer, if possibly.
I haven't seen the Pistons offense to know if you can fit him into their team. I don't know what they run. I don't know how they play. So that would be hard for me to say that would work. But off the bat, I'm gonna say no because they don't run the Warriors type of offense, which that's kind of how he
Well,
plays. He's not going to do nothing else.
here's the thing. If you get a Laurie Market, let's say if you get Laurie Marketing, you get Draymond Green in the offseason, but he resigns for a smaller number because the market ain't too big for him or whatever. He might say, this is probably, I'll give him 2 years and then I'm done. I play for my home team. I play for the home team in Michigan, Detroit, where I grew up at, which I know he's from Michigan, but I think he's from a different team.
Maybe. I don't know. I
Look,
don't really like that for him. I would say retire
yeah,
to
it's
me.
good, but boys be wanting to play, man.
To me.
It's so
But
unfair.
that was a good spirit, good spirit. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to the east side, which the Pistons are number one, who we've been talking about. The Pistons are 13-2. Your Raptors are 10-5. Knicks are 9-5. Number 4, you got your Cavs at 10-6. You got the Hawks at 5 at 9-6 for your top 5. Looking at the East, it is sad.
Hmm. That ain't nothing new.
Everybody is pretty much close
30 years.
from 3 to 11. It's really like 2 games separate everybody.
Uh, you said from 2 to 11 is 3 games separate, so that means a great mix-up might happen. You better stay healthy.
Yeah,
I don't.
because the Bulls were number one, right? 2 weeks ago, we did the pod. The Bulls were number one, and now they're all the way down to number 7.
I don't see any other like coming out that if anybody was to go to for a contention, it would be man.
And the Raptors are a surprise at 2.
Yeah, the Raptors, but I honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever wins the championship is definitely gonna be in the West, but
Hmm.
I don't.
But
I
they gotta play somebody out the East though. They gonna sweep whoever it is.
don't.
But
None of these teams, like you got the Bucks, but they don't. They're not the same team.
no,
Giannis is out.
there's no juggernaut or great. I would expect the Knicks,
Cavs,
but they're not even.
Cavs aren't. They're not trustworthy. The
No,
Bulls is up and surging, but they don't have any veteran presence.
no, I don't trust them one bit.
The
It's
Knicks,
nobody
you
other
know
than
what?
the Knicks. That's what I said.
The Knicks and Pistons Eastern Conference would be. That's what I want to see. Eastern Conference Knicks and Pistons.
I can see it.
I'm
Well, right
guaranteed.
now, where they're ranked at, it would be the second round. But
Guarantee you if they play because Detroit has a lot of picks. They got a lot of second round
yeah,
picks and they got a lot of first round picks. And I guarantee you they can get a star by trade deadline and still keep the same play with the coaching style and keep the same play and keep going. I'm telling you, they can make a deep run and be in the Eastern Conference with the Knicks. If the Knicks stay healthy, it'll
if
be.
they stay healthy, they'd be a good team. But that's always the if is if they can stay healthy.
If the Bucks get through there, they got to stay healthy. Giannis will have to stay. He'll have to be healthy and perform on a high level. He was already killing though. I ain't gonna lie. He was just killing.
Yeah. And so then we go to the last of the NBA portion, and we go to the tank room, right? Where these are your top five suckiest teams. Wizards, Pelicans, Pacers, Nets, and Kings. You got the Mavs, who just got the number one pick and got Cooper Flag in at 6. Do any of these teams surprise you? The teams that are on the tank list?
The only team that surprises me is the Pacers. But of course, when we all seen Tyrese Halliburton go down, we already knew it was gonna be a bad.
Yeah, they going through something right now.
I know we was gonna lose Miles Turner and it'd be a bad year, even though Miles Turner was damn near gonna be out the door because whatever. But
Hey, Miles Turner didn't. I'm not paying Miles Turner what the Bucks paid Miles Turner.
uh,
So good luck to him, but I'm not giving it to
he
you.
don't produce
Pause.
like that.
No. Not
So
for no hunt. They what he got 120?
yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no. Take this 80 and do what you've been
Not
doing
even
because the
80.
Bucks are over there seeing what he talking about. And it's not like we bash him, you Miles Turner, if you're listening.
I bet
We
you.
just saying you're just not all that great of a player. You're a good player, but you know what I
Well,
mean? You
no, he
lack in the moments in which we need you. And that was evident in the finals when you were not there.
didn't produce at all. Did not produce.
And that's just what it is
Butterfingers.
at the end of the day. And so let's get into some. We got more NBA. We told y'all today's show is NBA heavy. And we got the next thing we got is a player I adopted, right? So I gotta let y'all know my favorite two players are KD and LeBron, not in that order. So Buck, tell the people who your favorite players are, so everybody knows.
Man, if you don't know, man, excuse me. Uh, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
Kobe Bryant, all right. So we got in this next generation of the NBA, you gotta adopt new players, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I adopt Anthony Edwards, right? Is one of mine. And the next player I adopted was Ja
who?
Morant because he was a Anthony Edwards.
You said Anthony Edwards and John Morant. Okay, let me get.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I like that. I
And
like.
so in Ja Morant. And so in today's news, right, Ja ain't working out over there in Memphis. And so they say Ja might be on the move. And so some reports are talking about this could perhaps be the trade package that Memphis and Houston could talk about. You got the Rockets, of course, receiving Ja Morant. You got the Grizzlies getting Fred VanVleet, DFS, Aaron Holiday, and 2 first-round draft picks. So, Buck, tell us and me how you feel about Ja going over down there to Houston, Texas?
Uh, was it Iman Duka? What's his name?
Ime Udoka, yeah.
Yeah, Doka. Man, Doka's gonna probably. I think if anybody can get the full potential out of John Morant, it could be him. Just because he's well respected, great coach. Uh, he knows when and how to get the best out of his teammates. I mean, his team and his stars. So it would probably be a good fit, and also John Moran will have some type of respect. They have a mutual respect between one another that you would be like, this is grown men, and they came to take care of business. So I like it for them. The only thing I just want to see how good John Morant effort is on defense. As far as I know he likes to have a point of attack defense type of guards.
Right.
So with that being said, do we see a side of John where he unlocks another part of his game? I don't care if he averaged 1.5 steals a game, 2 steals a game.
Yeah, I think new scenery would be great for him. Um, this is a slight package. If this is what you're asking from me, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it to you, pause, cause
Yeah,
this ain't nothing.
it's a no-brainer.
And for John Morant, and then for this to be my roster, John Morant, Amin Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari, and Shagun. I mean, I'm not mad at that one bit. I think it's fresh air, better team,
Hmm.
around better players, more mature. You had the little incident and everything. It's better just to get away and start anew, fresh, start your name over. And Houston ain't bad. You can still turn up Houston with the clubs and
Yeah,
everything else down there in Houston.
and you got to think, we know Ja. He a nigga. Is this gonna make him worse going to Houston? We just went from this.
No, I don't think so because when you're around KD and like I said, like you said, Ime Udoka, I think he's a great coach and he can hold you accountable.
Houston. It's always something to do in Houston. It's lit in Houston.
That's why
It's
I said he can still have the lit life that you got down in Memphis, and you can still be
guns
the
bigger.
glitz and glamour.
The bullets are bigger in Texas.
Hey, you can still go down to Johnny Day, get your teeth and your grill right, so you can still have your same personality and still turn up and just do it in a better way.
I'm telling
You
you,
know what
on
I'm
this
saying?
note though, I wouldn't hang that on KD. I feel like he will follow KD's work ethic. I think that
Absolutely, and that's what I mean. Different environment, leadership.
as far as keeping in check and getting the best potential out of him, that's his coach.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Ime Udoka gonna be on you. KD gonna want you to have some type of accountability, and it's just a fact around just being around KD. Sometimes just being around a certain individual makes you want to be better
hmm
and do better. And when you're around like LeBron, KD, Curry, when you're around those type of players and you're able to play with them, that's going to make you better and make you want to be better. So I think fresh air would be good for them. I ain't tripping off of it. All right, so we gonna make a new turn to the NFL, right? So really, all my Colts fans out there, nothing to talk about. We're on a bye. Unfortunately, what we can talk about is how we lost during the bye week, but we didn't. This is the current playoff picture, right? Because we were on a bye and did not play a game, and other teams did. You got the Broncos are number one now. You got the Patriots are number two. Our Colts are number three. And you got number four, the Pittsburgh Steelers for the home teams. You got your Buffalo Bills, Chargers, and Jaguars as your seventh seed over in AFC. Over in the NFC, you got the Eagles number one, LA number two, Bears at a surprise number three, Tampa Bay at four. You got the away teams are the Seattle Seahawks at five, Green Bay at six, and San Francisco at seven. I'm gonna say Colts against Chargers. I
that's
already said this. I already said we play anybody in the playoffs is gonna be hard, and I don't trust it. And that's a game I definitely don't trust.
you don't trust the Chargers. I feel like we can hit them in the mouth.
Revenge. What James Brown said, he wants revenge. They coming back for revenge.
we'll come back with revenge, and then you find out we just got a lockdown receiver out there, and we'll be fully healthy next time we play. Yeah, I take.
Yeah, but I don't know. And like I said, I don't trust the Colts in any playoff matchup.
Mm,
It doesn't matter who we play.
that's good.
I don't any of these teams, Buffalo, Chargers, Steelers, New England, Jacksonville, Denver. I don't trust us against none of them. We beat Denver off of a fluky play. Um,
Mm,
we did demolish the Chargers. The Steelers game was based off our O line was trash. We have yet to play Jaguars, and we won't play Buffalo or New England, but man, we'll see. We're coming up on. I will say for our Colts, we got the hardest part of our schedule coming up for the
yeah,
game against Kansas City. How you feel that KC game gonna go?
we in Arrowhead. They just came back off a loss. They 5-5. They what 8-1 at home. I mean, yeah, something like that. We've been whooping on them. We coming back too as well. I'm not sure. Lou plays that weak ass zone. They gonna pick that shit apart, and we don't have the linebacker to cover these tight ends like that.
Well, like I said, I think he's gonna put Jalen Jones on tight ends from now on because he did that a little bit against Kyle Pitts. Or
Yeah.
no, who did we play last? Was it Last? Yeah, it was Kyle Pitts. So I think that's gonna be a little wrinkle that we have.
Mm,
And so even though we were on a bye week, you got our still MVP candidate, Jonathan Taylor, still leads the league and rushing with 1,139 yards. With
yeah.
a great lead against everybody else so far. We've got our quarterback is top three in the NFL with 2,659 yards, behind only Justin Herbert and an MVP candidate and Drake May.
Drake May up there putting up numbers.
You liking you on the Drake May train, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And
Solid.
so speaking of MVPs, for my at least MVP, I got JT still there because he didn't play, so you can't take him off. And Matt Stafford had another beautiful game against Seattle, which was a formidable opponent, division opponent, and somebody who they'll have to play again in the regular season towards the end, and perhaps in the playoffs. And so I know for you, you want to take out JT and put Drake May, or just add Drake May into the fold.
Yeah, I think it's those are the top three, and then there's nobody. Everybody else is where they at. I think those are the top three, and of course, honestly, I hate this. I hate the. I'm not trying to even be a negative Nancy, but shit, ain't no running back ever. I don't think it's. I think no matter what he does, it's gonna go to a quarterback. And if you go to a quarterback, if Drake makes sense, if they end up finishing strong this season and getting into the playoffs, oh, it's up.
Yeah.
But man,
I think this little Drake May train people are on. I think if they end up
he
being a
plays
great team,
good. He
what'd
plays
you
good.
say?
He plays good. He plays good.
Yeah, that's what they say. I really haven't watched no Patriots games because I hate the Patriots, so I don't really like to watch them. But they say he good, and if he continues to take them on the pace that there are, I can't see why he's definitely a candidate. But everybody's got to keep their foot on the pedal. JT's got to keep going. Stafford's got to keep going, and Drake May's got to keep going. Somebody else that's got to keep going. Shador Sanders got into the game last week after Dylan Gable had a concussion. He went 4 for 16 for 47 yards and an interception. The interception that he had pretty much ended for them. But hey, you can't really ask too much for Shador coming into the game for somebody who just had a concussion. He will be starting this week against the Raiders. So do you think that Shador will have a good start against the Raiders, or will we be having a different type of conversation on the next pod about how Shador doesn't look like how we thought he should look?
It's time to get more reps. You get more time in. He is practicing. We should, but he's a rookie, so I wouldn't. I'm not putting too much on him. I do expect him to show glimpse and flashes of what it possibly can be if he gets the the more reps in. if he ends up being the number one QB on this team, I mean,
Yeah, I think
Jordan,
with
he can play. He can play football. So I'm
yeah,
not.
I mean, of course, he's gonna need more reps, and that all comes with time. I just people can't be too critical of him. I mean, he really has nobody to throw to. He has nobody running the ball even. So I mean, you can't even ask too much of him. But what you get is what you get. So I just hope he comes out there and does a little good more than bad. Just since they've been on his neck so much. So these are the games coming up this week that are the top games of week 12. You got Sunday night football, Tampa Bay against the Rams. You got Thursday night football, which is currently happening right now. You got the Bills and the Texans. You got the Eagles and the Cowboys at 4 time slot, Colts and Chiefs at the 1 time slot, and the Panthers uh, at the 49ers on Monday night football. A lot of big games going on. Does any of those, what game you feel like is the biggest of those games?
Biggest, of course, it's gonna be Colts and Chiefs. Colts and Chiefs. Now, I wouldn't. Of course, the Eagles and Cowboys is always going to be talked about, just because that's a rival within itself. So I would go Colts, Chiefs, Cowboys, Eagles, and then of course for the Tampa Bay and the Rams, which is really the Rams. That game should be second, and then the third game should be Eagles Dallas, just because Eagles, we know what they are, but Dallas is Dallas. So, but the rivalry between the two would make it interesting.
Yeah. I think definitely that Tampa Bay and Rams game is definitely a playoff picture, you know, game that can move some stuff around, as is the Colts and the Chiefs. You know, the Colts lose this game, they get a less little hold of a grip of the division. You got the next game, we got the Houston Texans, and then after that, you got Jacksonville. So things can get real spooky real fast. So that's a big game for the Colts, and it's a big game for the Chiefs because if they lose, they're pretty much almost out the playoffs. So those are my two choices for the games of the
Yeah.
week. And so we gonna go ahead, right, and end out the show with Banks Ring Report, right? It's fight week, right? So this Saturday, we got David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, your main event, and you got Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. Um, Devin Haney coming back to the ring. So this should be a very interesting fight. We've been waiting for David Benavidez to defend his title that he got from somebody relinquishing it. So it should be a good fight. In this fight in particular, these two guys have a very high knockout percentage. You got David Benavidez has an 80% knockout percentage, and you got Yarde actually has an 89 percent knockout percentage. Yarde is a very good fighter. This is not going to be an easy fight. I'm looking forward to this fight. Like I said, it's fight week. It's a very decent card. Devin Haney is coming back into the ring, and he's fighting I'm sorry, Brian Norman, who's also a pretty good fighter. We haven't seen Devin Haney pretty much since the Ryan Garcia situation. And so we're very looking forward to those two fights this Saturday. So let's go ahead and get Buck back into the stage. Buck, how you feel about those two fights going down this weekend?
I like the Haney. Uh, mm, the other ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
Haney 32-0. Brian Norman's 28-0. Right. Haney 5'9", Norman 5'8". Their reach is around the same, 71, 72, around the same age, 27, 24. So Haney has a 47% knockout percentage, and Brian Norman has almost 80. So it should be a good fight. Looking forward to both these fights, David Benavidez and Devin Haney, to see if he can come back and uh, be the fighter we expect him to be, but we shall see. All right.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the show of the ShoeBox Podcast. We appreciate y'all coming out for another episode. Until next Tuesday, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, to our IG. We appreciate y'all. And always remember, until next time, peace.